I'm Ed Gawlik, and I play guitar and keyboards in the band Pillar of Autumn. We just came out with a album a few months ago, and in the process of recording that album, I looked to Jeff to help me through the process. You know, working on some solos, working out a couple kinks with some different riffs we had, and he was great help as far as getting me through that process. I've been playing all over the Detroit area for a while now. Theaters, clubs, bars. We're branching out into other areas, Chicago, Cleveland. Probably going to try to do a little bit of an East Coast, possibly West Coast. We have a decent following in Texas, so once you're at Texas, why not go the extra couple miles and get out to SoCal, because you drive 40 minutes and you're in another city, it seems like. We also did a acoustic tour of the local Hot Topics in the area, which is it's a clothing store for mostly younger children, but there's some older people that go there too. The whole premise was they wanted you to sign up for their online tool. It's kind of like a MySpace. It was called Shockhound, and the idea is just to get more awareness about Hot Topic and have fun and interaction with the people that go to the store. But they let us set up in the store, do a free show for anybody that was in the mall. We could sell our merchandise, which was really cool. We might actually get regional distribution because of it. We ended up playing about 10 or 11 shows and did pretty well. The hard part for me in that aspect is because I play guitar and keyboards. These were acoustic shows, and I couldn't take my keyboard, so I had to transpose everything that I played on the keyboard to a guitar. It was a little bit rough at first, but I've been playing both instruments for quite a while, so once I got started on it, it went pretty good. We did work on a tribute album for MC5. It was basically a collaboration of Dark Green Entertainment and a bunch of the local bands in the area that went back 40 years and covered a bunch of songs from that time period in Detroit's history. We played a show that was 40 years from the date of the original recording of the MC5's first album, one of the best live recorded albums, and it was their first release. I mean, that's amazing in itself, but it was kind of a tribute to them. From what I know right now, we're still in production and working out some of the legalities of the different covers that had been played, and the bands, letting us use the rights to it and everything like that. The reason I decided to go with Jeff as far as somebody to get me to the next level was because he had more of an experience in the area that I was working in. I mean, we're in a rock band. He was in a rock band. He plays rock guitar. He plays all kinds of styles, but I knew him in particular could handle the type of work that I was looking to do. I've had instructors in the past that wanted to teach you some classical stuff and kind of shied away from getting you into different styles of music. Jeff's always been really open as far as, there's no real cut and dry way to do things, but here's what works for me, here's what works for other people. Really open about his attitude about the guitar. Some of the more specific things I wanted to learn from Jeff were writing solos. That in particular is it's the more difficult thing for a guitar player, because you want it to be from your soul, have a little bit of you in each note that you hit, and you don't want to do too much, you don't want to do too little, but you just want it to flow from you. And he did a really good job pointing out some different exercises that helped me get to the point that I wanted to. I didn't have too much solo work on our first album, but there was one in particular song, Killing Machine, and that one was a real gem in my eyes. I was definitely proud of that. As far as some of the expectations I had from Jeff going into starting lessons with him, I really just wanted to be able to hold my own as a guitar player on the stage. Before wasn't necessarily I was shy or anything like that, but you never really, unless you're Steve Vai or Yngwie Malmsteen or somebody like that, you really can't be the man, but you kind of have to portray that attitude even if you aren't. So I just wanted to make sure I had a little bit to back it up. Well, the lessons were fun, and I noticed stuff right off the bat that I was doing wrong that he pointed out on right from the first lesson. And after that, went to my rehearsals with the band, picked up some of these just the little intricacies, the way you hold the pick, how tight you're grabbing it, things like that. Some of the other improvements I noticed were how clean I could make my guitar sound. So we worked on muting extra strings that don't need to be heard when you're playing. If you're hitting a D, maybe the A string will ring out a little bit. He helped me with some different techniques in muting those strings, different studio tricks when I was recording the solo. I would definitely recommend Jeff to any skill level of guitar player. I've noticed some of the other students he's had coming in, just starting out, they enjoyed their time. And I myself, I've been playing guitar since I was 7 years old, and I still had plenty to learn.